right, he's no stranger to impersonating presidents.
He doesn't stand a chance in this field, and he's an insider who knows how to govern. The Republican voters don't want that. They want someone who is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
But Will Ferrell, maybe taking one joke a little bit too far, set to play Ronald Reagan, according to Variety, in the final years of his presidency, sparking outrage for mocking the president's battle with Alzheimer's. He's claiming he had it at that time. Is this really a laughing matter? Joining us right now to react, former Deputy Assistant to President Ronald Reagan, Chief of Staff to First Lady Nancy Reagan, and author of the book True Reagan, James Rosebush. James, what's your reaction to what is reportedly a movie about to come out from Will Ferrell?
This is an especially egregious attack on an attempt to rewrite U.S. presidential history, which, to paraphrase Ronald Reagan, will fall on the ash heap of history.
Well, you know, they're assuming, too, and they're saying that he had Alzheimer's his second term, so they're going to just make more laugh lines in that. One thing that's not true, correct?
Absolutely not. As a matter of fact, First Lady Nancy Reagan, and I have to say the timing of this is especially spurious, given the fact that it falls only weeks after Nancy Reagan's passing, which had millions of people mourning her and also attributing her to with the grace that she delivered in taking care of him in his last 10 years. But I had an occasion to be with her in the weeks leading up to her passing, and she interestingly explained and went over all the details of how every year after they left the White House, they had annual checkups from doctors at Mayo Clinic, including mental capacity and ability. And in all of those years leading up to 1994, when the president was diagnosed by doctors at Mayo Clinic, he was given a clean bill of health. So all of this spurious argument is just an attempt to as a famous writer said, many a lie, to paraphrase, many a lie is told in jest.
Yeah, and I could see you're getting angry about this. So is Michael Reagan. He tweets this: "What an outrage. Alzheimer's is not a joke. It kills you. You should be ashamed of yourself," meaning Will Ferrell, all of you. Patty Davis wrote a letter, an incredible letter. Everyone should read it. Quote, "Perhaps for your comedy, you would like to visit some dementia facilities. I have. I didn't find anything comedic there. And my hope would be that if you're a decent human being, you wouldn't either find comedy there." She goes on to say, "I watched as fear invaded my father's eyes. This man who was never afraid of anything, I heard his voice tremble as he stood in the living room and said, 'I don't know where I am.'" Anything funny about that?
You know, this isn't just about Ronald Reagan. Of course, it is an attempt to write presidential history, but for all the families that suffer from this terrifying disability, this is an affront to them. And I think they ought to rise up and protest this everywhere that you can find them, anywhere around the world. It's a ridiculous attempt to belittle and to marginalize those people. So I think there should be strong protest against it.
James, I can understand, too, someone who lived the legacy to see it put into a comedy is not a joke. James Rosebush, thanks so much.
You're welcome.
All right, coming up straight ahead, it's an A-list cast. Jennifer Aniston.